What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Board Games Are for Everybody, where today we're continuing on in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, the adventure game by Bethesda Game Studios and Modifius Entertainment. We're continuing on with the Dawnguard expansion. We're going to go into Chapter 2. And as we've realized from Chapter 1, I think we need to do some more combat before we get into things. So we're probably going to front load a bunch of combat this round. And what I've also learned is that because we're not playing as vampires, and because we don't have another player with us in general, we're actually kind of missing out on pretty much the entirety of the threat deck. So we're going to have to... Well, we're going to have to hopefully find a way to do that, I guess, when we get into free mode, when we start doing stuff with all of the... When we start doing stuff with all the different modules in play, maybe we'll have to have two characters on the board, play between two characters, and one will have to be a vampire, and one will have to be a Fort Dawnguarder. Whatever the correct term for that would be. A member of Fort Dawnguard. Anyway, we're going to hop into Chapter 2 here. So let's just start... well, let's zoom in, I guess, first so that it actually picks up properly here. And then let's just head into Chapter 2. Clan Volkihar has destroyed the Hall of Vigilance. Well, that sucks. They did definitely beat us up last time, so I can't say I'm surprised that they destroyed the Hall of Vigilance. Leaving the bodies of the Vigilance to rot in the mud. Their influence is growing in Skyrim, but the Dawnguard is being reformed in the east. Sides have been taken. The time of reckoning is approaching. Okay. So, setup, which we've pretty much done all of already. Remove all experience and Septum tokens from the Hall of Vigilance, which we did. Flip the Hall of Vigilance token and card to the Fort Dawnguard side and place it on the board. Fort Dawnguard is now here in the east, just above Riften. Take the Vampire character and Dawnguard character decks from the box, shuffle them separately, and place them next to the game board. They're up there. They're up there. Though, I mean, it's kind of hard to, like, the vampire deck was so small. Unless, like, it's these ones that it's talking about over here. Like, the vampire and Dawnguard decks being, like, the searching decks. Like, the exploration decks, I should say, is what I was trying to say there. Remove the Chapter 1 threat cards from the deck, which we've done. Take the Chapter 2 event deck and shuffle it with the current deck, which we've done. It's over there right now. Place the resulting event deck in the slot on the game board. Shuffle the Chapter 2 threat deck. It's there, but as we've kind of discussed, it's not going to do a whole lot, I don't think. Shuffle the Chapter 2 threat deck event, place it on the game board, draw 577 for all vampire players and 578 and read it for the Vigilant of Stendarr players. You are now ready to play. Contested skills. The Dawnguard expansion introduces contested skill tests. These follow the normal rules for skill tests, but they can also be performed by more than one player at a time, belonging to two different factions. When this happens, each player rolls the skill test as usual. Comparing their result, the possible outcomes are as follows. All players fail the skill test. The skill test is considered a failure. One player succeeds while the other fails. The player who succeeded the test reads the success section and receives the reward. Both players succeed. The player who achieved the highest number of icons required to succeed reads the success section and receives the reward. If after the pushes the player are tied, the skill test is considered a failure. And that's all we got. So we already have our card number 578 out. So let's read that and see where we're starting at here. So, card number 578. You trek through Skyrim, guided by Tolan. He tells you about Isran and Selan, former members of the Vigil. Why do they have to make the names so hard to pronounce? Former members of the Vigilance. They warned him of the dangers of vampires, but he did not listen. Now they are rebuilding the Dawnguard, an old organization set on destroying vampires. You arrive at Fort Dawnguard at dusk. Isran getting tongue-tied here. Isran receives you and listens to Tolan's plight. You're offered the chance to join in or follow Tolan in his own revenge quest. You decide for the former, as the latter seems like a suicide mission. You learn that all vampires are scions of Molag Bal. You feel Boethiah's approval in your soul. Flip this card. Place all Vigilant of Stendarr player figures in Fort Dawnguard. These players are now Dawnguard players. We're there. We're now Dawnguard players. Draw cards 583, 584, 585, and 586. Let each Dawnguard player choose and discard the remaining cards. So this is now going to be discarded. I feel like I had a big bundle of discarded cards, but I don't know where they went. They weren't in the box, but they may have been. It may have just been the ones over there. I'm just hoping, I don't want to lose them before we even finish the thing here, because we're going to need them when we go into free mode. What did it say we were drawing? Where did I just, oh my god. I don't even know where I put the card down. 583 through 586. We're just going to toss this here. So 583 through 586. That's going to put us close to the back here. There's 580, 82, 83, 83, 84, 85, 86. Now I'm just going to read the titles of these, and we're going to choose based off of that, and we'll see how it goes. So the quests that we have are Isran's Approval, The Greater Good, Revenge, and The Will of Boethiah. I don't remember who Isran is. Is Isran someone I should know? I don't remember who Isran is, so we're not going with that. The Greater Good. The Greater Good is good, right? The Greater Good, but also the Will of Boethiah. We're supposed to be serving Boethiah, right? So maybe. I think we're going to go with the Greater Good. I think that sounds like something that we would do. So we're going to form this discard pile over here. And we're going to be going with the Greater Good. I'm not too happy about being Boethiah's pawn, but I see no alternative. At least by being a part of the Dawnguard, I can follow the commands of my Daedric prince while doing some good for the world. Isran wants to test my mettle. I won't fail him. Oh, I guess I am supposed to know who Isran is. Complete 2 Dawnguard quests. Each time a Dawnguard quest prompts you to place your player figure on Fort Dawnguard, place 1 quest token on this card. Objective, place 2 quest tokens on this card. Okay, how do I know if I fail or not, though? What constitutes a failure? It doesn't tell me how I fail. Complete 2 Dawnguard quests. What's even considered a Dawnguard quest? Is it, I guess, when I search the Fort Dawnguard, like I explore the Fort Dawnguard? I suppose so. Well, I guess that means we're not going to be... Well, we have to do some combat before we start doing that stuff, so... That's our setup done, so let's hop into Chapter 2. We need to do combat, so we're going to be moving first. But first things first, we need to actually draw an event card. So let's do that first. And we've got Forbidden Alchemy. Some knowledge is best left untouched. Each player may place one threat token on any space on the board to gain 2 resources of their choice. We have to place 2 threat tokens and flip the day-night track. I can't remember what threat tokens on the board even mean, if I'm being honest. Let's double check that. I remember there was a thing in here about threat tokens being on the board. It had to do with the threat event deck, which isn't really happening, although we have threat events with 0 on them, so it's possible that that might actually activate. During the game, players will sometimes be given the option of placing threat tokens on empty spaces on the board. These represent small pockets of chaos and disarray spreading across Skyrim. Each turn, after moving, if a player has moved through or ended their movement on a threat token, they must take that threat token and place it on one of their faction's active quests, on a world quest, or on the stronghold chart. These threat tokens can only be moved from the board by taking them or through the effect of a card. And let me just double check the threat event deck here. Each card threat event deck has a number on the back together with the symbol. This is the number of threat tokens the vampire players have to place on that card to add it to the event deck. At the end of each turn, players check if the number of threat tokens on top of the card matches or surpasses the amount needed. If it does, remove all threat tokens from that card and place the threat event card on top of the event deck. Threat event cards do not feature day or night things. So I guess at the end of the turn, with that 0, that's going to end up going on top of the threat deck. So I guess we are going to be using the threat deck. Well, that's good. That's good. We still have a handful of things open to us. There are still some world quests going on. Let's zoom out here just so we can see the board, so we can see what's going on here. We still have some world quests going on that are actually fairly close to getting wrecked, which is bad. But that top one, the King of Bandits, I have to complete 3 encounters in one, 3 enemies in 1 encounter, I should say. And Future Knowledge, what do I have to do for Future Knowledge? Winterhold, Commune with the Spirits, Illusion, I just have to roll a 3, but we need, we need 2 triangles for that though. We could push with Soul Gems, I guess for this event, which isn't an active event. It shouldn't go in the active event thing. We do have to place 2 threat tokens from that event. Do I want to put a threat token onto the board? Where do I think I'm not going to head to? I could put it all the way off to the west here and just gain 2 resources. We could try and go for 2 soul gems. If we're going to go up to Winterhold anyway, we could sell them. 1, 2, 3, 4, but we're not going to get there. We're going to get to Windhelm, and we can't sell them at Windhelm, so that wouldn't even be beneficial to us. We could get some more coal so that we could upgrade our iron sword again, but really I would rather just have another sword, get another sword at some point. So first things first, we're going to put 2 threat tokens onto the Trials of Fire Part 1, which is a quest we have left over from Chapter 1. And then we're going to put our threat token down here, and we're going to take 2 soul gems so we can try and do Future Knowledge. We're going to try and head up to Winterhold. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, but there's a quest there. The world quest is there. I don't want to do that, though. I want to go to a cave. I just don't want to go to that cave. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I could explore the wilderness space. We're taking 2 soul gems with that threat token that we put down, by the way. That's what we decided we're going to take, because we're hopefully going to re-roll with those. We're hopefully going to re-roll with those. So we're going to take 2 soul gems. Oh, you know what I don't have out? I don't have my my blessings out. I think those are still in the From the Ashes box, although I feel like I put them in here. I may not have. I think they're still in the From the Ashes box. Well, I guess we're not using them then. That's okay. So we have a movement of 4. I guess maybe we could go into the ruins. 1, 2, 3. We'd still be able to make it to Winterhold on our next turn on our free action. So I think we're just going to go 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do a combat in... Oh. No, that's fine. That's okay. We're going to do a combat in the ruins, which is going to start with one Daedric enemy, which is a Daedra Caitiff. Sure, that sounds about right. And then our next encounter is going to be a spectral enemy and a... animal in one combat. So we're just gonna flip these guys off to this side here so that we can put our dice down. And we are definitely going to try and sneak up on this guy. He does have ambush, but we have, I think, 5 dice for our sneak. We have 1 from our light armor. We have 1 because it's nighttime. So yeah, we get 5, and we need 3 circles to get him. Otherwise, he's going to do 2 damage to us. Do we want to risk that? I think we should risk that. I mean, we're not really at a point where we need to do too much damage, right? He's got 2 light armor and 3 heavy armor. Shit, I don't know what the right move here is. Do we go for the ambush or do we not go for the ambush? It's incredibly simple stuff like this that trips me up. It's like, well, I could do it. I could not do it. I think we're just going to go for it. So we're going for our ambush. We have 5 dice. We need 3 circles. And we got them. Nice. We got 4 circles. So we pulled off our ambush. So what do we want to do? We do 3 heavy damage, which is only going to deal 1... is only going to deal 1 damage to him because he has 3 heavy armor. And we deal 2. Either way, we're only doing 1 damage, so that kind of sucks. We'll be able to use our turn lesser undead on that spectral enemy during the next turn. That'll be nice. But for the time being, I guess we're just going to go... We're going to consume 1 stamina, and we're going to do 1 light damage, because getting the light damage out of there first seems to be the better choice. And we are now down to 4 dice, heading into actual combat. A sword is going to be 2 light damage to us, which is going to end up being 1 stamina damage to us. So we're going to go for that swing again. We're just going to try and get that light armor gone. So we're going to be doing... We need 1 circle. Wow. Okay. I guess we're going to try and push that. That definitely didn't work out. Oh, there's the circle. Perfect. So we take 1 stamina damage, and we deal 1 light armor damage. Okay. So we now have the 3 heavy armor to deal with, which is going to be 2 more attacks, except our stamina's already been drained, which is bad. And he's going to be doing 2 damage to us. That's not good. That's not good. I need stamina back. Lose 1 health to get all of our stamina back. Then I'd be taking 3 damage. I guess it doesn't matter either way, though, because I'd be put into the final blow state regardless. So we're going to activate our adrenaline rush. We're going to take 1 damage to gain all of our stamina back. And then we are going to end up taking 2 damage because of his heavy attack. So that leaves us with 2 HP technically. And a sword. So we're going to be taking a stamina damage this turn. That's fine. We're going to go for the swing again. It's going to do 2 light damage. And we got our circle that time. So we take a stamina damage. And we deal 2 light damage, which is going to bring his heavy armor down to 1. Free turn? Ooh, free turn. I should probably use this to get my stamina back, because we're going to need it for the next battle. And another free turn. Perfect. I won't complain about that. We're going to consume 1 stamina. We're going to go for that swing. We need 1 circle. which we got. So we have defeated the Dremora Caitiff. We gain a soul gem and 1 experience. One experience. And a soul. Oh, I can just flip this over, I guess. And we're now at 3 soul gems. That's going to help us when we get up to Winterhold. Okay, we've defeated the Dremora. We are now doing our combat. You know what? I'm just going to put these back in here now. We're now doing our combat of the elemental and the animal in one combat. And that is going to turn out being, our elemental is a restless Draugr, as well as, oh, a bear trap. Okay, well, that's not too bad. And the restless Draugr has 1 light and 3 heavy armor. We are definitely going to try and sneak on this Draugr. Normally, when 2 of them are there, I don't do sneak on them, even though I think you still can, because technically the combat hasn't started. But because the other one's a bear trap, I would think that the sneak applies anyway. So we're going to try and go for that sneak. We just need 2 circles, which we got. Nice. So we're going to do 1 stamina, and we're going to do a swing, which is going to get rid of that light armor for us. Nothing. We get a free turn. Can't complain about that. And we're actually going to consume 1 magicka in order to do turn. Now, our turn lesser undead only affects spectral enemies, which the Draugr is. So we're going to do that for 4 magic damage, or light damage, either one's fine. And we need 1 triangle. Oh, we only get 4 dice for this. Oh, we only get 3 dice for this. We don't have restoration. I might have to grab restoration on my next level up. Ooh, and we did not get it, but we can push with magicka. Let's give it a go. I have 1 more push, right? Push 1 more time. Come on, triangle. Okay. It just really wants me to roll those circles, apparently. It really wanted me to roll those circles. That's unfortunate. A lightning bolt, which is nothing from the Draugr, but is going to do 3 damage to us. This is going to put us into our final hit state. Unless we block. Do I want to block? Good question. I guess I will try and parry. We need a triangle. Great. Of course we didn't get it. That was all the pushes I had. So we're into our final blow state, which sucks. It's unfortunate. I don't think I have leaves in order to heal myself, so that kind of sucks. Just gotta hope for the best on our rolls here. A skull, which is going to be 4 heavy damage. That'll definitely kill us. So we just have to try and parry it. So we need to hope that we get that triangle. Oh, there. Okay, that time we got it. So we managed to evade. That's good. So, come on, free turn. That is not a free turn. It was not a... This is going bad. I'm sitting here saying we need to do combat, and we're getting wrecked. I guess we just have to try and parry again. Well, we parried, but we have no stamina left now. An axe is... Oh, God, still 4. Man, well, there's nothing I can do about this. I think we lose here. I can't heal myself. I can't... Oh, man. Well, I think we're dead. So we're going to just try and go for the attack, I guess. We're going to try and use that turn. We need a triangle. Yeah, now we get it. Of course we do. So, the Draugr kills us, unfortunately. That kind of sucks for us. Oh, I'm supposed to have a follower. The Fort Dawnguard, at the basic level, we get to draw card 540. I didn't realize that. Oh, well. Too late for that, I guess. I guess we'll take it going forward from here. I guess I need to take 450. Yeah, we died. We're dead. Having a follower would have actually probably really helped for that battle, but that's okay. It's okay. So we have been defeated, which means we need to draw another event. Spectral and animal. On to spectral first. Okay, and the animals. Whoop. And 2. It's very hard to get to the back of the table there. May not look like it on the video, but it is actually quite a long, or wide, I guess, table. So we now need to draw an event card for losing. That sucks. A world quest. Am I not in far enough for this to... There we go. A world quest. How to dismantle an automaton. Dwemer constructs are emerging from the depths of the Schwanzel. Sure. Place 2 threat tokens, flip the day-night track, and add a quest marker to Markarth. Okay, so we need to add a quest marker to Markarth. We also need to... Geez. Clear 4 Dwemer in a single encounter. That's pretty nuts. We're just going to put 2... We're going to put those 2 onto the how to dismantle there. I think that's the best way to do that. Okay, so that sucks. We are now on our free action, though, so we don't have to worry about drawing another event. But what are we going to do? That combat didn't quite go according to plan. That didn't quite work out how I wanted it to. If we go to Winterhold, we don't have to do any battling, but I don't know what that's even going to get for us. I feel like we should just do some more combat to try and get our level up. We only have 1 experience and we need 8. But the stuff that we're battling at the beginning here just isn't that strong, unfortunately. It doesn't give us a lot of experience and we can't even kill it anyway. We're having trouble taking it out. Those dang Dwemer. But we haven't had particularly favorable dice rolls yet, so we'll see how it goes going forward here. Okay, so I think we're going to head not up to Winterhold, but we're going to go to the cave just past it. We're going to do some more combat because the caves are 3 enemies in this one, but they're at least single encounters, which is a little bit better for us. Not great for when we're trying to do health or manage our health because we don't gain our health back between battles. But it's not, at least we're not getting attacked by multiple enemies at the same time. So we have better chances for free rolls. Oh, I guess I was going to take that follower too, wasn't I? 540. My Dawnguard privileges, I get a follower. 540. We've got just Dawnguard recruit. That's all it is. So we've got Dawnguard recruit here. He's going to be helping us out. I'll try to keep up. Shoot for 2 heavy. That's not too bad. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I think we're going to head up to that cave. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to do a cave battle. So that's going to be an animal, which is... Oh, I got 2 cards here. An Ice Wraith. That's a bit of a pain. And only 2 experience for it. It does so much damage for us, only getting 2 experience from it. Jeez, man. And then we've also got a spectral enemy and a human enemy. That'll be there. And a human enemy. That will be... there. I just feel like early game is a pain. Early game is a pain. So we're going to try and sneak up on this Ice Wraith. We only get 4 dice since it's no longer nighttime. Oh, we got the 3 circles though, so that's not bad. So what do you got here? You have 3 magic and 1 light. So we're going to consume 1 stamina. And we're going to use our slash, which is going to allow us to do 3 heavy damage, and we're going to get rid of that magic armor. Well, that's not too bad. Okay, a skull. That's not good for us. Frostbite. That's going to be doing 1 damage to us, since thanks to our Amulet of Stendarr, we have 1 magic defense. So he has a skull. We now need to roll for... We need to roll for our Dawnguard recruit. We got a lightning bolt, which is nothing. So, thanks, Dawnguard recruit. You're just like every other follower we've ever had. So, we're going to go for our swing. We just need 1 circle. Which, well, we did get 1 circle. So, we take 1 damage. And we defeat the Ice Wraith by doing 2 light damage minus 1 light armor, which is 1 light damage. So we defeat the Ice Wraith. We gain 2 experience and 1 soul gem. We're just going to shuffle him back into the deck now here. Apparently the Ice Wraith is considered a animal and not like a spectral one. I would have guessed it would have been, but I guess that's more like undead. Maybe that's what it's classified as. And now we just have to take on the spectral one. That's our next one here. Oh, I need to gain my experience here. It was 2 experience. So, oh, we're up to 3. I guess I can just flip this. Got stuff falling all over the table here. And my chairs are kind of squeaky. What was the thing we got? It was a soul gem, right? So we get a soul gem. So we're now up to 4 soul gems. That's not too bad. It's going to give us... an extra reroll when we get to Winterhold there. Okay, so we're going into this battle with the Vampire Mistwalker, which has 4 magic and 1 light armor. They don't have ambush, so we'll try and get the sneak off on them as well. I'll get my magic back up here. 3 circles, 2 circles. No ambush, that's okay. So, they got a fireball. Do they have a fireball? They do not. That's a free action for us. Let's see what our recruit does for us. A sword. That's 2 heavy damage. We can use that to get rid of the light armor. And we now get a free attack because they weren't doing anything to us. So we get our 4 here. Now we're not going to be able to kill it on this turn, which is unfortunate. Oh, actually we could kill it on this turn because it's a spectral enemy. So if we consume 1 magicka here, we can try and use our turn, which will do 4 light damage. So we just need 1... oh, but I only got 3 dice. We need 1 triangle. And we got the triangle, nice. So that does 4 light damage, which is going to take out what we need to take out. So we get 2 experience, which brings us up to 5 experience. This actually turned out to be a pretty good encounter. We only need 3 more experience now. We only need 3 more experience now in order to level up, which is going to be good. Getting some more stats is going to be beneficial. We're probably going to put it into stamina. And what do we want? 2 soul gems, or do we want the basic? Do we want the basic treasure? We're going to get a basic treasure for clearing the thing, so I don't know if that's a big deal. If we gain the 2 soul gems, we could head into Dawnstar on our next turn, and we could sell the soul gems for 6 septims apiece, which would give us a good chance to purchase quite a lot of gear. We can head into that heavy equipment thing there too, which would be good. So I think we're going to take the 2 soul gems, because being able to sell those would be good. We're currently at 6 soul gems. If we were to sell all of those at 6 apiece, that would be 36 septims, which is pretty good. And we defeated the vampire. Okay. What do we got here? The human enemy is a feral vampire thrall who has 1 light damage and 4 heavy damage. So again, it's going to take us at least a few turns to get through. They do have ambush, and I don't think we're going to attempt the sneak on this one. So they got an axe, which is a free turn for us. They have an axe. Let's see what our recruit does for us. Nothing. That's normal. That's fine. I shouldn't say that. They've actually done okay. We're going to go for our swing, so we're going to consume 1 stamina. We need a circle, which we got. So that's going to get rid of that light armor. Let's see what our next... A lightning bolt is 2 light damage, so we're going to be taking a stamina damage this turn. We're going to try and go for our swing again. 1 circle. Ooh, 4 circles. Pretty good. We're going to deal 2 light damage, which is going to bring this down to 2. And we take a stamina damage from taking that 2 light armor. Going into the, well, what'll hopefully be the final round here anyway. Got a sword, which is a free turn for us. Let's see what our recruit does. Got an axe, which is nothing. So they have a sword, and we're just going to go for that swing again and try and take out this vampire thrall, which we got. 2 circles. Nice. So that takes him out. We gain 2 experience, which puts us up to 7 experience. We are 1 experience away. That's a bit of a pain. And we also gain a basic treasure. So we're actually going to be getting 2 basic treasures since we've also just completed this cave. And since the strongest enemy was under level 4, I believe it is, we only get a basic treasure. So we're going to draw 2 basic treasures, which we're going to put into our inventory. So 1 basic treasure, 2 basic treasure, and we've got the silver ring, which we can sell for 5 septums. And we've also got some apprentice robes. We can dodge off a robe. That's pretty good. We can also enchant this item up to 3 times, which is pretty good. If I'm being honest, I didn't remember I could even enchant my gear. I knew I could enchant my swords and stuff, but I did not remember that I could enchant my armor. Okay, so that's going to be that turn. We've completed that. We are 1 experience away from getting our next level up, and we now need to draw a event card for this next turn. Active events, the end of hope. Despair is clutching people's souls. All event cards add 1 additional threat token. Discard this card when discarded. Does that include this event? Like, would this one add 3 or would this one only add 2? All event cards add, so I guess I would have to add 3 if it's all event cards. Okay, I guess I'm adding 3. I'm going to have to remember that that's active. You have to remember that's the thing. So we're not going to be moving forward here. Oh, no, I have to complete quests to do that, don't I? We'll put 2 on our greater good for the time being. And we'll put 1 onto Falkreath. I don't really plan on going down there much. And then we get to take our turn. I think we're going to head into Dawnstar. We're going to sell all that stuff, and we're going to make our way into the shop. And then maybe just explore town. Possibly get a quest. Maybe we'll get another follower. Who knows? So we're going to move 2. We're going to come into Dawnstar. And we're going to do some shopping. We are selling. I think we're going to sell all of our gems for that 36. That's not bad, right? But I could also keep it to try and... I could also keep some of them to try and enchant some stuff. So you know what? I'm only going to sell 4 of them, which is going to be 24 septums for us. So that's pretty nice. That's going to put us up to 29 septums. Oh, I have a septum in my threat token bag. That's not supposed to be there. Also, I don't know why I saw the septum in here and not all the threat tokens. I don't know why my eye was drawn to the 1 septum that was inside the threat token bag. 5, 10. 15, 20, 24, right? We're also going to sell this silver ring for another 5, so we're going to be getting 29 total. And we just need 4 more here. But you know what? I'm actually just going to keep those 4 in there because we're going to draw 4 cards from the red deck to start anyway. We're going to draw 4 cards to start. So let's grab this red deck here. And we're going to grab 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Let's see what we got. We've got a Dwarven Mace, which could actually be quite beneficial for us. We've got a Dwarven Shield, which could also be beneficial for us. Try and do some blocking. That would be pretty good for us. We could also try and do Protect, which take another player's damage. Well, we don't have another player. We've got the Orcish Battle Axe, which we could use in desperate situations for a lot of damage, but we get an extra dice from having that +1. So, oh man, I totally forgot that I was supposed to be adding 1 damage to all my things. We may have actually been able to beat that combat before. I'm going to have to keep that in mind. That's okay. And we have the Steel Armor of the Steed. Now, this is better than what we currently have. But we won't be gaining that additional sneak. That's the only thing I'm worried about going with this. But 3 heavy and 1 light isn't too bad. But we could also just try and gain extra stuff for our armor, right? For our light armor, we could keep that sneak. But I do definitely want to buy this Dwarven Mace. So that's going to be 7 that we're going to be buying from that. Now the question is, do I want to sell my Iron Sword to replace it with that? We aren't doing a whole lot of light damage with the Iron Sword. Definitely not enough that the Dwarven Mace wouldn't counteract it. But having something that can deal light damage would also be beneficial. And I could always just keep Turn Lesser Undead down in my inventory until I need it. So I could keep the Dwarven Mace in one hand and the Iron Sword in another hand. I could also buy this shield, right? That could be helpful. Do I want to draw more cards? I guess that's another thing that can happen. I also didn't realize that all these cards fell over. These cards just slip all over the place. They are not made for staying in a stack, apparently. I could draw more cards if I wanted to. I could spend more septums to draw more cards. Let's spend another 2 septums in order to draw 2 more cards. Let's see what we get if we draw some more here. We've still got quite a lot of septums on us, so we are about to spend 7 for that mace, so we'll see what happens. So we've also got Dwarven Armor, which is just straight up 4 heavy, and we've got Ebony Armor, which is 4 heavy and 1 light, but that costs twice as much, which is kind of nuts. Could we use some Dwarven Armor? 4 heavy would be good. I mean, I guess technically we already only have 1 damage type that we're negating, which is light. So it might be better to just, if we're only going with 1 anyway, we could probably get more by doing that. So we're going to go with those 2. And we're going to end up selling our hide armor for 2 here. So we're going to gain 2 septums. So we're just going to make it so that, what do we have to pay here? 6 plus 7, so 13 minus 2. So we have to pay 11 septums in order to get these 2 items. And you know what? I'm probably never going to use these apprentice robes either, so we may as well sell those So 6. So if I sell this, we need to pay 6 septums for those 2 items. I'm probably never going to use the apprentice robes. So this is going to end up here. I need to spend 6 septums in order to purchase all that. This is going to come down into our inventory. This is going to come into our other hand for the time being. And we're good to go. Our shopping is done. That was quite the turn for a lot of shopping to be done. And then we're just going to explore town. I guess that's what we're going to do, right? So let's explore town. We have come across Tavita Alweir, East Empire Company, guard captain. The East Empire Trading Company is looking for competent guards. You look strong enough. Do you have what it takes? Gain 1 resource. We are going to gain a soul gem. I know we just got rid of a bunch of our soul gems, but we're going to try and get an enchantment possibly onto our dwarven mace. Okay. Roll 3 dice plus your one-handed or two-handed. And we need a result of 2 circles. So we have a one-handed, I guess of 1, right? We just have the one-handed, so we get 4 dice, and we need 2. We need 2 circles. Wow, okay, we didn't get any, and we have no leaves, so we did not get that. Success, gain 2 experience and 2 resources of your choice. We did not succeed, unfortunately. Discard this card and draw quest number 26. So we're getting 26. Righteous Fury, Part 1. If you wish to be part of my detachment, you must prove yourself in a trial by combat in Windhelm. Place quest marker on Windhelm. Windhelm is down here. Okay, so that is the end of our turn. We now get our free action without having to draw an event. And I think we just have to go into a cave. I think we should have to go into a cave or something so that we can... get some experience. But see, it's kind of rough because we don't level up until the end of the turn. So no matter what we do here, we're going to be wasting a bunch of experience, which is unfortunate. Kind of something I want to avoid. So maybe we should go do some exploration, because succeeding typically results in us gaining experience. So I'm wondering if we would be able to maybe go into a town or go into a wilderness space. And we should just hope that whatever we draw might give us experience if we happen to beat it. Maybe we'll go check out a wilderness space. We haven't done that yet. Where's our main quest here? Oh, right. We have to do Dawnguard quests. Maybe we'll head back to Fort Dawnguard so we can pick up a quest. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, so we can hit this wilderness space here. And we'll see what we get. Rutmorg? Fantastic. No, not fantastic. Fanatic. Fanatic Battle Mage. Help me with this translation. I know many secrets, and I'm happy to share. Gain 1 resource of your choice. We're going to grab another soul gem so that we can enchant our dwarven mace next time we head into a town. I think we're allowed to enchant and stuff in Fort Dawnguard as well. I think it acts as a stronghold, so we can do all that normal stuff in there. Let's what did we have to do for this? We got our resource. we need to translate the book, roll 3 dice plus speech, and we need 2 circles. Okay, I get 3 dice because that's all we get. 1, we only got 1 circle, and I can't push it all, so unfortunately we failed that. Success would have been 3 experience. That's unfortunate. Would have been nice if we got that. Discard this card, draw quest 89. Now, I already have 3 quests, so I don't think we're allowed to draw that, or we can discard a quest. I think it might just be that we can't draw new quests. So we should be careful about that, because I guess to do a Fort Dawnguard quest, I would need a quest space. Unless they're like considered world quests, but I don't think they are. I think they're like personal quests like the other ones. So I guess we're going to have to finish some of these quests before we can do stuff. So maybe we should try and head to this trial by fire on the next turn. Where was this? The Catacombs in the Rift, which is right there. We could get to that. But that's the end of our turn, so we now need to draw an event to start the next turn. Boethiah's Will. Only the strongest deserve to survive. Each player may discard 1 follower to immediately level up without spending any experience. If a player does this, discard this card. So does that mean I wouldn't have to put the threat tokens out if I choose to bend Boethiah's Will and discard my follower? Excuse me. And discard my follower? I think we might do that. No offense, Dawnguard recruit, but I mean, we'll get another one maybe at some point. I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna discard this. That's gonna be gone, and we're gonna discard our follower. So goodbye, follower. And we're gonna level up without having to spend our experience. That's actually great, because now we only need 2 experience in order to get to level 3, which is great. So the question is, what do we want? We're going to put our stamina up so we have a little more stamina. And then what skill do I want? What skill do I want? If alteration spell is equipped, we gain 1. We're still okay for our light armor. Not our light armor, sorry, for our one-handed. We have the one-handed skill already. I'm just trying to think what else we got here. I could add block, which would give us a dice when we're trying to... parry and stuff. I could also add restoration, which would help us out with our turn lesser undead. That could be another option. So it looks like it's going to be either restoration or block. Which one would be better? Dodging would probably be better, right? But if we're going after a lot of elemental enemies, we could also get sneak to gain an additional sneak, since we just lost the one we would have had from our armor. You know what? We're pretty close to leveling anyway. I think we're going to go with sneak. That way we have an additional dice for when we're trying to get a sneak attack on someone. And next level, which is going to be very soon, only 2 experience we need, we're going to probably level up our restoration. And then we can start heading into a bunch of catacombs, because it's all elementals if we go into the catacombs. So we now have to make our movement, since we didn't have to draw those threat tokens. If we played that right anyway. That's how we're going to do it. That's how I interpreted it anyway. Is that we discard the card so we don't have to do the threat tokens, but I could be wrong about that. And I think we're going to head down and do trial by fire here. We're going to go to our trial by fire. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 in order to come to this catacomb space here. And we're just going to try and do the trial by fire here. Objective, clear 2 spectral and 1 Daedra. So it doesn't say in the same combat, so I guess those are all separate. So we're doing some combat anyway. That works for me. So our first spectral enemy is going to be the Vampire Mistwalker. And then we will have a second spectral enemy. And we'll have a Daedric enemy. So, we want to try and sneak up on this Vampire Mistwalker. We currently have our 3 normal dice. We have 1 dice from our sneak. We have 1 dice for it being nighttime. So 5 dice isn't too bad. And they don't have ambush, so there's no reason for us not to try. We're going to switch. Question is, what do we switch? Our Dwarven Mace or our... They have 1 light armor and 5 magic armor. So I think we're going to swap out our Iron Sword to bring in Turn Lesser Undead. And we're going to try for that sneak. 3 circles. We only got 2, so unfortunately we did not get it. Let's see what they do to us. A lightning bolt. They're going to do 3 magic damage. That's not good. That's definitely not good. I think we just have to try and dodge this. Maybe we should have got... maybe we should have got... the block. So we're going to put 1 stamina. We're going to try and dodge. We need a triangle, which we got. Okay, we managed to avoid that. That's good. Nice. Free turn. That's good for me. We're going to consume 1 stamina damage. And we are going to try and do turn, which is going to do... No, wait. That's not the best way to do this, is it? We're going to consume 1 stamina. And we're going to try and get rid of that light armor first. So we're going to use bash. We need 1 triangle, which we did not get. What do you know? What do you know? We're going to push. Come on, triangle. That is not a triangle. Last push. Come on, triangle. Still not, man, still not try. I should have gone for the kneecap. I was thinking about it. We ended up with 3 diamonds that turn. That's unfortunate. A sword is going to do 4, so that's just going to be 1 stamina damage to us. So we're going to take the time to rest in order to heal our stamina. We're going to take 1 stamina damage. A skull, 3 magic damage. That's not the best. We could try and dodge. I'm also starting to run low on stuff here, though. So we're going to just try and go for the bash again, I guess. So we need 1 triangle. Well, we got it that time, barely, but we got it. So that's going to get rid of our light armor for us. So that's not too bad. But we also take 3 damage. So that leaves us pretty low damage-wise. Let's see what we got. A lightning bolt, which is freeze. That's going to be another 3 damage. So we have to try and avoid that. So we're going to consume stamina. Unfortunately, it's our last one. And we're going to try and dodge. We need a triangle, which we got. Okay, perfect. So let's see what we got for the next turn here. A free action. That's not too bad. Question is, well, if I kill it, I'm going to gain all my stamina back before this next encounter here. So I think what we need to do is we just need to consume the magicka, and we need to hope that we get a triangle on this roll, because we can do 4 light damage with it. Oh. Oh, stop rolling out of the bin. Jeez, come on. Oh, 3 circles, okay. Well, I can't push though because I've done it already, so that's unfortunate. Another free turn, maybe? Nope, that's not a free turn. That's bad. So we're going to go into our final blow state, which kind of sucks, but there's not a whole lot we can do at this point, so we just have to try for the turn again. Come on, triangle. No triangles. What is going on? We're in our final blow state. Well, free turn at least. That's nice. This is our last chance to try and get this enemy out. Come on, triangle. There it is, finally. Okay, geez. So we do 4 light damage, which is going to get rid of that magic armor for us. We're going to gain 2 soul gems as well as 2 experience, which is going to allow us to level up at the end of the turn, so that will be nice. We're going to gain 2 soul gems, putting us at 6 soul gems. That's going to allow us to enchant our armor. And we need 1 more soul gem in order to enchant our dwarven mace as well. So we've defeated you. We got our 2. We're going to level up at the end of this turn. That's great. I will wait till the end of the combat because those are both going to get shuffled in. We gain our stamina and our magicka back. I have no way to heal myself. I could really use a healing spell. And we've got the skeleton, which has 1 heavy and 1 light armor. That's not too bad. We're going to try and sneak up on this skeleton. Shouldn't be too bad for us. It is night. We have sneak, so we get 5 dice for the sneak. We only need 1 circle, which we got. So we're going to consume a stamina. And we're going to use our bash, which is going to get rid of this heavy armor. Let's see what we got. A skull. Of course it's a skull. Oh, excuse me. We're going to consume a stamina because we have to try and dodge. All we can do is dodge. We have no way to heal ourselves, so all we can do is dodge. We need a triangle, which we got. We managed to dodge. Good for us. We're still in it. Oh God, come on. Another skull. Another dodge. And another triangle. Perfect. Okay. Okay, free turn. Perfect. Thank you. So we're going to consume a magicka. We're going to try and do turn. We need a triangle. 3 triangles. Nice. It actually gave us a good roll. So we defeated the skeleton. We're going to gain a coal. And the experience doesn't matter since we're going to level up regardless. We now have 2 coal, 6 soul gems. Okay, those 2 are done. I can shuffle these back into the deck now. Okay, and our final combat is going to be against whatever this Daedra card is. It is a Dremora Archer who has 3 light and heavy. That's a bit of a pain. We're going to switch back into our Iron Sword, since turn lesser undead's going to do nothing for us for this. And we just got to hope we get some good rolls here, because that's about it. We have no health here, and we have no way to heal, so we aren't going to bother with the sneak. Fireball is going to be 3 light damage, which is going to kill us. That's unfortunate. We have to just try and dodge, unfortunately. So we're going to try and dodge. We need a triangle to successfully dodge. Good. Good for us. An axe? No axe. That's a free turn for us. I will take it. We are going to go for... I guess our best option here is to go for the kneecap. We're going to get 4 dice, and we need a diamond in order to successfully hit. We're only going to do 2 damage, though, which kind of sucks, but it's going to do the most for us. Well, actually, hold on here. 3 minus 3 is 1. Yeah, that's the only way we're going to be able to kill him in 2 hits is if we do this. Okay, we need a diamond. Oh, we got a diamond. Nice. Go us. So we do 5 heavy damage with our kneecap from our dwarven mace. We subtract 3 heavy armor, which is 2 damage, so it's going to bring it down to 1. But we also do 1 additional damage, so we actually do 6 heavy damage, which is going to get rid of that. I need to remember that I have powers with my red guard. I need to remember that. Go us. Come on, free turn. A sword? It's 4 light damage. That's bad. We need to evade that. We need to get a triangle. Oh, which we did not. That's bad. I haven't pushed this combat. Come on, triangle. Oh, God, this is our last chance. Come on, triangle. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Ah, we died. Rip. We've been murdered by this Dremora Archer. That's okay. We need to draw another event, but we are still going to get to level up this turn. But no additional reward, unfortunately. Where are my Daedra encounters here? Okay, so we unfortunately failed that. We need to draw an event. Quiet times. The calm before the storm. Vampire players. Hunger doesn't increase. Dawnguard players ignore threat token spaces on the board. It is a new active quest, which is nice. Means that I don't have to deal with that additional threat token anymore. I do have to add 2 threat tokens on, and it is currently daytime. So those threat tokens are going to be added to... I'll put 1 on Trial by Fire. I'll put 1 on Righteous Fury Part 1. So we now have to read our failure conditions for this quest that we just lost. Is my mind playing tricks on me? A bright figure strikes my foes down and disappears. Place a threat token and discard this card. Well, we failed. We have to place a threat token, which I guess we'll put on Righteous Fury Part 1. But we do now have a space that we can go get a Dawnguard quest with. And we now get our free action, which we're going to use to go back to Fort Dawnguard. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We make our way back to Fort Dawnguard. Do I want to do anything while we're here? I guess we could try and enchant some stuff, which is what we were going to do, right? I can enchant my Dwarven Mace, and I can enchant my Iron Sword. But I don't know how long I'm going to hold on to my Iron Sword for, is the thing. I could also try and purchase some stuff, see if I can get an item from the Fort Dawnguard deck. But I think I might just upgrade my armor for now, which is 3. So we're going to spend 3 soul gems in order to enchant our armor. And that enchantment is going to be Soul Trap. When dealing the final blow in an encounter, gain a soul gem. I won't complain about that. That's pretty good. Be a good way to get soul gems. That would be great if we start using staves, actually, because we can use it to attack and then get the staff back. Okay, and then we're just going to explore. So we're going to try and get one of our Dawnguard quests here. We've got Durak. You're holding your crossbow wrong. Let me show you. Place your player figure on any stronghold of your choice. Draw Dawnguard Quest 660. So, any stronghold, eh? I don't think it really matters all that much. I think I just want to stay in Fort Dawnguard for the time being. Because all of our quests are kind of around here. And it said I need to take 660. Oh, 6 is in the other bin here. $640, $680, that's too far. $660, here we go. Well, let's read this quest here and we'll see if we want to go somewhere else. No, it's in the Reach. Oh, in the Reach. That's all the way on the other side of the board. So maybe we'll come over to Markarth. Forceful Recruitment, Dawnguard Quest. Durak is practicing with his crossbow. I was waiting for you, my friend. Morgul could be convinced to join us. I warn you, though, he's a hard-headed one. Place quest marker on the mines in the Reach. Where was my quest marker at? It was here. It is now going here. Okay, and that's that turn. So we got to draw an event. That event is a larger threat. While mortals waste their lives in petty squabbles, dragons sow destruction. Place 2 dragon tokens on empty spaces on the board. Move all dragon tokens towards the starting player. Oh, God. Jeez, man. So, dragon tokens. Really? Man. I didn't think we were going to be coming up against any dragons, if I'm being honest. Oh, I also didn't level up. I guess I should do that, huh? 1 dragon. 2 dragon. If they're coming towards the player and not towards the strongholds, I think I want to keep them as far away from where I'm going to be as possible. So we're going to place them all up here and hope we don't have to go back to Dawnstar for a while. I need to level up. I'm going to get rid of these here. And I think we're going to take the... restoration so that we can try and get a little bit more out of Turn Lesser Undead. It'll help us when taking on the... That's Conjuration. Alteration. Restoration. It'll help while we're trying to take on spectral enemies, which could be beneficial for us in regards to, you know, getting levels. And I need to increase another thing here. I guess I'll just increase my magicka to keep everything in check. Also, we need magicka for Turn Lesser Undead. So, we now get to move. We placed our 2 threat tokens. Did we place our 2 threat tokens? I didn't flip the thing, so maybe we didn't. I placed the dragons. I need to place our 2 threat tokens. And I think we're going to put them both on Forceful Recruitment, mainly just because we're about to move over to that spot to see what we got going on here. So, we're just going to move right here to the mines so we can continue on with this quest here. I find Mogrul at the Orc Stronghold of Dushnik Yal. Anyway, he's not much of a talker. He challenges me to a duel before I can even tell him what I want. Objective, defeat Morgul. Mogrul. Defeat Mogrul. I can't pronounce things. Roll 3 dice plus one-handed, which is 1, so 4 dice. I need 2 triangles in order to win. Can I push? I can push with leaves, which I don't have. I gotta hope for 2 triangles. Whoa, which we got. Nice. Okay, sick. Success. Mogrul laughs as he wipes the blood off his face. Good fight. Let's drink and talk. Gain 3 experience. Okay, let's go. Let's go. 3 experience. Where's my experience at? 3 experience. Place your player figure in Fort Dawnguard. Durak and Mogrul are laughing and drinking. They invite me to join them. So you gave him a good thrashing. Well done. Too much mead. Good times. Place 500 on the bottom of the Stronghold deck. Okay. Sure. I will go find that. Place 500 at the bottom of the Stronghold deck. Option 1. This is wonderful mead. I need more. Draw S101. Option 2. Enough with the celebrations. Mogrul should start working now. Place 678 on top of the event deck. Huh. Do we want more mead or do we want an event? Presumably it's a decent event, right? So I think we're going to go 678 on top of the event deck. And I think us being sent back to Fort Dawnguard is actually going to give us a thing on the thing we were doing, right? Hold on. Each time a Dawnguard quest prompts you to place your figure back on Fort Dawnguard, place a quest token on this card. So we just need to do 1 more. And we'll be able to flip this over. So we're placing 678. We're placing 678? 678 on top of the event deck, and we have to place 500 at the bottom of the Stronghold deck. So we need 500, which is this one here. And we need 678, which is all the way over there. On top of the event deck. Oh, my cards are falling all over the place. So 691, 683, 677, 678. Top of the event deck. Okay. That finishes our turn. It's going to give us our free action, which we're honestly going to use to get another Dawnguard quest because we need to get them to continue on. So we're just going to explore. Well, do I have anything I want to do here, actually? Not really, I don't think. We could try and... I don't really have enough to upgrade anything. Actually, I think I'm allowed to buy resources. I could buy resources. I don't remember how much it is, though, for me to buy... I don't remember how much it is for me to buy resources. But day and night, forts, 2 spaces, yeah, newly created space on the board, accessible players, blah, blah, blah. Fort cards, leveling up the fort, fort character cards. Nope. Could have swore there was a thing in here about it basically just being a normal stronghold, but now I'm not seeing that anywhere. Players can go to the fort to recruit new followers or acquire new items if the fort is leveled up to a point where a new follower... Okay, so I can go there and just acquire a follower? I don't have to pay for it? Oh, here we go. Hall of Vigilant, Castle, Fort Dawnguard. Players can browse the market deck, purchase any type of component for 5 gold. So we're going to spend that 5 gold. And we're going to purchase another soul gem. So we have 4 soul gems. And we're now going to spend those 4 soul gems in order to enchant our dwarven mace. So we're going to get an enchantment on our mace. And it's going to be Fortify Stamina. Gain 1 maximum stamina. Now that unfortunately means it's going to push our creature deck by giving us 1 stamina. Which is unfortunate. So we now need to put all of the level 1s underneath as well. So 1, 1, those are both going to the bottom. Yep. Okay. 1, 1. Oh, there's 3 1s in this one. Must be one of the vampire ones that got put in there. That might be why. One. And 1. Okay, those are done. I think we're also actually going to buy 2 coal in order to upgrade this as well. So we're going to spend 10 septums in order to buy 2 coal, which we are now going to spend the 4 coal that we have to upgrade our dwarven mace as well. So we're going to get an upgrade on that too. +2 to our kneecap. 7 heavy damage. That's nothing to scoff at. And then we're going to end off our turn by looking at the deck again. And we got Selen. If we get the support we need, our task will be much easier. Gain 1 leaf and 1 soul gem. Draw Dawnguard quest 657. So we get a soul gem and a leaf. And then we need to draw 657. And a leaf. And 657. 661. Almost there. 657. Night Guard. Selen, Isren's closest associate, asks to speak with me. Balgruff the Greater, Jarl of Whiterun, doesn't believe in the importance of our mission. If we could gain his support, we could change the tide of this war. Go to Whiterun and convince him, whatever it takes. Place quest marker on Whiterun. So I guess we're going to Whiterun. That's going to take us a couple turns to do. And that is the end of our turn. So we now need to draw an event for the next turn. Orcish influence. Orc chiefs join the Dawnguard cause. Restore 3 strongholds and remove 3 threat tokens from the board. And we flip our day night. Restore 3 strongholds. I don't think I have any broken strongholds, so I think that's fine. But we can remove a threat token, which there's only 1 on the board so far, so I guess that's what we're going to get. And then I guess, well, it doesn't say it gets discarded, so I suppose it just comes into the discard for the events, but not discarded from the game. And I don't have to add any threat tokens, so that's nice. So we need to make our way up to Whiterun now, eh? So let's... Can we get there in this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4. We cannot. I can go to the Catacombs, though, which is just going to be a bunch of spectral enemies, which shouldn't be too bad to deal with. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have to head into Whiterun on our next turn. But let's do some combat. We have to do 1 spectral enemy and then 2 spectral enemies at the same time. That first enemy is going to be a Vampire Mistwalker. And then the next one we will see once we get to it. It's daytime, so we lose a sneak. We get 4 sneak. No reason not to try and do the sneak. We aren't going to get ambushed, so 3 circles, which we did not get. That's okay. It's all right. So let's see what we got going on here. Oh, a free turn. That's nice. And we do have 1 light armor and 4 magic armor here. So we get a free turn, eh? Spectral enemy. I meant to switch out my iron sword with my turn lesser undead. I guess I should have done that. We're going to expend 1 stamina, and we're going to use our bash. We need 1 triangle, which we got. Nice. So we're going to get rid of that light armor. Yeah, okay. That was the right move. A fireball, which is another free action for us. Can't complain about that. We are going to use turn. We just need, and now that we have that restoration, we get 4 dice for this now. So we just need 1 triangle, which we got. And we get to deal 4 light damage, which is going to get rid of that magic armor. So we gain 2 experience, and we're going to take those 2 soul gems as well. And we get an additional soul gem thanks to our soul trap. When dealing the final blow in an encounter, gain 1 soul gem. So we actually just gained 3 soul gems there, as well as 2 experience. Puts us at 5 experience. We need 5 more in order to level up. So we defeated you. They're all spectral, so I'll wait until we take them all out. And then these 2 we have to take on at the same time. We've got a Corrupt Shade and a Ghost. This one might be a little harder. We've got 3 heavy and light damage and 1 magic damage. That's okay. We are going to try and get the sneak off on him. We need 2 circles. 4 circles, which we got. Dang. So I get this back since it's a new encounter. And we are... What are we going to do here? If we go for bash, we'd end up doing 4 damage, which would get rid of the... Well, sorry, we would end up doing 8 damage, so we'd end up doing 5 damage, which will get rid of the heavy armor. And then we can just go from there with just... Or sorry, if we use the kneecap is what I meant. And then we can just go with the bash from that point forward to get rid of the other 2. We could also use turn in order to just take out the magic and then go that route as well. I think we're going to go for turn only because only because better odds on the dice. We just need a triangle, which we got. Nice. Oh, but we are taking damage from you, which I didn't pay attention to, so we're going to be taking 3 damage. That's unfortunate. Should have paid more attention to that, I guess. Okay. And then we deal 4 magic damage, which is going to get rid of that magic armor for us. I need to pay attention to that ghost. I was not. A sword. That's going to be 3 heavy damage, so that's just going to be 1 stamina damage to us, which is fine. We're going to use another magicka in order to try and use turn again. We need a triangle, which we got. Nice. So we take 1 stamina damage due to his 3 heavy damage. And he's going to take 4 magic damage, which is going to get rid of that light armor. So hopefully be the last turn here for this guy. An axe. Ah, it's a free turn for us. Neither of them have an axe. So we're going to go 1 more magicka. We're going to try for that turn again. We need 1 triangle, which we got. So that's going to take out the corrupted shade. We're going to gain 3 experience. That's pretty good. So 2 and 1. That puts us at 8 experience. We only need 2 more to level up, which we're going to get from this ghost. So that's nice. And I think we're going to take the coal from this, since we gain a soul gem thanks to dealing the final blow. Well, dealing the final blow in an encounter, so I guess we would get it when we defeat the ghost, not when we defeat the shade. And the ghost has 2 light and 2 heavy armor. I thought it would have some magic armor of some sort, but I guess not. And we can't sneak because we were already in the encounter. So we got a sword that's going to do 1 stamina damage to us. That is not a problem at all. We're going to go for turn again. We need a triangle, which we got. We're going to get rid of that light armor. And we take 1 stamina damage. 1 more turn here, and hopefully this combat will be done. A skull, they're going to do 3 damage to us, which is just going to put us into our final blow state. So we're going to hope that we get the triangle is what we need for this turn, which we did. Nice. So they put us into our final blow, which is fine. We get rid of their 2 heavy armor, and we defeat them. So we're going to gain 2 experience, which is going to allow us to level up. That's pretty nice. And we're going to gain 2 soul gems, which I can just flip this over. 1 from them, and 1 thanks to our soul trap. And we gain a basic treasure as well. So, what did we get? We got lockpicking tools. Gain 2 dice when facing any traps. That's not too bad. Okay, we did it. We haven't beat a combat in a while. I don't know if we've beaten a combat at all in this chapter so far. So we now get our free action. That was the end of our action there, and we're gonna head up to Whiterun. So I have to level up. Let's not forget to do that. Just gonna go back in there. I think we're gonna take block. It's gonna help us when we're trying to parry enemy attacks. We already have sneaks, so I don't really know what else I could take. I could take alteration, I guess, but I don't have any alteration spells right now. So I think we're just gonna take block, and hopefully that helps us. There's our level up. We're now level 4. Okay, so our free movement, we're going to head into Whiterun, and we're going to try and continue on with this quest that we got here. I arrive at Dragon's Reach and seek audience with the Jarl. There's something off about the guard blocking my way. His eyes are too bright, his skin too pale. Uncover the guard. Roll 3 dice plus speech. We need 3 circles, and we can push with septums, which is good because we have quite a few septums, but we have no speech. So we only get 3 dice. If we get 3 circles right off the bat, that'd be great. We got 1, so we're going to use 2 septums to reroll those other 2 and hope that it works out for us. We got 1 of them. Okay, 1 more septum. And there's our circle. Perfect. So we're down to 4 septums, but we did manage to succeed on this check. There we go. Oh. Success! The guard falls into my verbal trap and openly admits he's a vampire. Balgruff's guards destroy him. Damn. Gain 3 experience and discard 1 Volkihar card from the deck. Not that it particularly matters because we don't have any vampires, so I'm just going to leave them there because it doesn't matter too much. Place your player figure in Fort Dawnguard. So that's going to be the second. That's going to be the second quest marker that we need for our other card here. So once we finish up with this, we will read that. Selin meets me, satisfied. We've gained a powerful ally. What should we ask, Jarl Balgruff? Whiterun can provide essential resources, gain 5 septums and 3 resources. We can train Whiterun's guards to be on the lookout for vampires. Place 677 on top of the event deck. I think we're going to take the septums and the resources. In this case, I think that's the better way to go. So we're going to gain 5 septums, mainly since we just had to use a bunch of them in order to roll that stuff. But it's more so the resources that we're going to get. I'm going to take 4 coal with it so that we can upgrade our Dwarven Mace again, try and get some more damage output on it. And that is the end of that one. So I guess that is also getting discarded. And we now have to read this since we're back into Fort Dawnguard here. We're continuing on with our main quest here. And we had 2 quest tokens on it. Success. Draw S107. Place a quest marker on the Fort Dawnguard card. I will do that. Quest marker. Boethia still... Well, I guess I should take 107 first. Where is that? All the way over here. Uh, 107. Renowned Hunter. Okay. That's the kind of status I like to see. Using carriages does not cost any septums. Deal 1 additional damage to spectral, daedra, and animal enemies. That's pretty damn good. I'm going to have to remember I have that as well now, because I've already been forgetting I have additional damage with my one-handed things. Boethia still talks to me. She is satisfied with my progression. Switching from the Vigilance to the Dawnguard is, in her words, a touch of genius. Now that I'm a full member, she's ready to ask more of me. I fear what the future holds. Draw a card. 591. I'll get rid of these tokens that we had on here and all of this other stuff that's kind of clogging up my quest zone now. What card was that? 591. It's going to be right at the back here. 591. Gain 3 experience. Well, just free experience. That can only mean that something terrible is about to happen. Each turn, after drawing an event, place 1 threat token on cards 579, 580, 581, and 582 if they are on the table. They are not. They are not. Place 1 quest marker on Fort Dawnguard for each vampire player. Place 1 on this card. When there are as many quest markers on this card as Dawnguard players, flip this card over. Place all Dawnguard player figures on Fort Dawnguard. They are. Isran addresses the Dawnguard in the courtyard. The Demetrius, an East Empire Trading Company capital ship, has gotten itself stuck in the shores of Winterhold. The passengers are influential people from all across Tamriel. If the vampires were to turn them, the whole world would be in peril. It's imperative that we protect the passengers from their insidious influence. He turns towards you. Now it's your time to shine. Protect the passengers of Demetrius at all costs. Draw 595 for all players. 592, 3, 595. Okay. The raid on Demetrius. Place a quest marker at the wilderness space in Winterhold. So I guess we're going up to Winterhold. Oh, geez. The wilderness space is up here by Dawnstar. So it's my turn. So I could use a carriage in order to go up to Dawnstar. But I think that still ends my turn. So I could go 1, 2, 3, 4 into Windhelm. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the wilderness. So it's going to take 2 turns anyway. So I could go into Windhelm and I could explore a bit. It might give me some places to put threat tokens. I also need to draw an event card still. I guess we'll do that first. The Will of Molag Bal, World Quest. You feel an inescapable impulse to destroy others' joy. Place 2 threat tokens, flip the day-night, place a quest token on Riften. Okay. On Riften. 2 threat tokens, eh? We'll place those onto the raid on Demetrius. We're going up that way right now anyway. Are we leveled up for it? I don't know, but we're going to find out, I guess. I have a quest for Windhelm, so I guess we could do that, but I kind of wanted to go in order to upgrade my Dwarven Mace. So what do we do then? I guess I could use a carriage to go to Dawnstar, and then I could visit Dawnstar. There's nothing there. We get carriages for free, so I may as well. It's going to take 2 turns anyway, and I don't want to deal with the Windhelm quest right now. So we're going to use a carriage in order to come up to Dawnstar for free, and then we're going to do the stuff we need to do in Dawnstar. So we're going to use our 4 coal in order to do a second upgrade on our Dwarven Mace. That doesn't go in there. And that second upgrade is going to give us another +2. So our kneecap now does 9 heavy damage. That's pretty intense. Also, I totally forgot those dragons were up there. Excuse me. I totally forgot those dragons were up there, which means that, well, they haven't moved anywhere, I guess. But I really need those miniatures. It would really help me visualize what's on the board. Those tiny triangles are not doing it for me. Diamonds, sorry. Did I put something up when I leveled up last time there? I have a stamina from something. What did I gain that stamina from? From my Dwarven Mace. So that was why this went up. And then I have 4 levels. 1, 2, 3. I didn't. So I'm going to put my health up 1 so that we stand a bit of a better chance here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 plus that one. Okay. We are now where we're supposed to be for levels. So we're in Dawnstar. Why did I come here? What was I going to do in Dawnstar? Oh, right. I upgraded my mace again. So we now have 9 heavy damage on our kneecap, which is pretty intense. I wish the cards would stop moving around on me here. Just stay in place, please. That's pretty intense. It's also taking up the space that I need to put boots if I choose to buy boots. But that's okay. We'll figure that out when we get there. I guess we're just going to explore town. I guess that's what we're going to do, right? Not a whole lot else we can do. I could try and buy some stuff from the shop, but I think we're okay for the time being. What does Dawnstar sell? A coal for 3 apiece? That would be 9. That would be all my septums. You know what? Let's do it. We're going to sell... No, not we're selling. We're buying for 9 septums. We're going to buy 3 coal since Dawnstar sells coal for 3 apiece. So we're using all the septums we have left to buy 3 coal, which we're then going to use in order to upgrade our dwarven armor here. And it's going to give us an additional magic damage. A magic armor, I should say. So we now have 2 magic armor and 4 heavy armor with this dwarven armor. That's not too bad. And then I guess we're going to explore town. We've got Serene Fishar, Redguard Sellsword. Need help? I can lend you my sword, but it will not be cheap. Gain a resource of your choice. We've already got quite a few soul gems. I think we're going to take another leaf so that we can at least get ourselves out of our final blow state if we need to. It can give us a few more turns. Roll 3 dice plus pickpocketing. We need 2 triangles in order to succeed. So we only get 3 dice here. 2 triangles? No triangles. Says we can push with leaves. I'm not going to bother. If we pay 10 gold and discard this card, we get 159. We cannot afford that, so that's not going to happen. Okay, so that's the end of that turn. We now get our free action, which we're going to use to come over to the wilderness spot here so we can continue on with our quest here. Now that all players are gathered in the wilderness space, a dense fog covers the sea. You can barely see the ship. You start rowing towards your objective, knowing how much is at stake for you. Place all the ship quest cards, 628, 629, 630, 631, and 632 on the table, face down, following the design on their back. Flip this card. Okay, so 628 through 632. It's too far. 625, 26, 27, and 28. So it was 28 through 32. That's too far. 34, 33, 32. Okay. And then it said, oh, we are literally building a boat. Look at that. Okay. Place all the ship quest cards face down, following the design on the back of the card. Am I supposed to do this? I guess we're doing it here. I think this is what's happening, so we're just going to place it onto the thing here. 32, 31. Nope, that's not right. 31. 30. 29 and 28. We've now got a boat. We've now got a boat. We've got the captain, captain of the guard, medic, quartermaster, and the Thalmor emissary. And then it said to flip this card. Oh, geez, okay. Conquer the Demetrius. For the rest of the chapter, stop drawing event cards and remove your player figures from the board. Each turn, each player may discard one quest marker from their faction's fort card to flip one of the ship quest cards and attempt to resolve it. If the card is completed successfully, place one quest marker of your color on the card. That card is now locked. If the card is failed, flip it face down again. If 2 or more players attempt to complete the same card, use the contested skill test rules. Once all quest tokens have been removed from both fort cards, count the number of tokens from each faction on the ship card. Dawnguard victory, draw 597 for all play. Well, I mean, I'm the only one doing this, so I guess we're going to win, right? But we'll see what happens as we try to do this, I suppose. So, it says each turn we just have to draw a... Let's zoom in on this here. This is pretty exciting. I just got to figure out where I can... Let's move this down here a bit so that we can get the dice in behind it there. Get our dice in behind here. Can we still see everything? Yeah, we can still see. I just have to try and roll towards the back. Provided we're trying to roll anything, but I can only assume we're going to be. Okay, so it's our first turn. I mean, Castle Volkihar, there's no vampire players, right? So, and I don't have to draw bank cards. That's great. So we are using one of our quest tokens, of which we have 4. And I guess we're going to start at the back. We'll go with the captain. So we'll flip this one, the captain, and try and resolve it. Ship quest. The captain's quarters are crammed with all sorts of paraphernalia for the smell. I realize he hasn't had much of a chance to care for his personal hygiene in a while. The captain is neatly arranging bags of septums, clearly worried about the delay and the loss of income. The moment I enter the room, he stares at me, waiting for an explanation. 3+ speech, contested result of 4... Oh, I can't even get 4 circles. Well, I guess we're going to roll our 3 dice that we can't do. Well, we got 2 circles. Failure. Flip this card. Well, alright. So, I guess that's that. Castle, there's no vampire players, so they're not going. So I guess we're just going again. We know we can't do the captain, so I guess let's try the captain of the guard. The deck is bustling with activity and people hustling to keep the ship afloat. The captain of the guard is coordinating her troops to help with the repairs and the watch schedule. She notices me walking towards her and unsheaths her sword. I need her alive, but it will be a challenge. 3 dice plus archery or illusion. I don't have either of those, so we're getting 3 dice, and we need 2. We need 2 diamonds in order to complete this one. And we can push with soul gems, which we have. So that's not too bad. If we can get 2 diamonds from the get-go here, that would be great. We did not. Do we want to try and push? We'll try and push. We'll do 2. We'll do 2 pushes. Come on, diamonds. Nope, no diamonds. Well, I guess we'll try and push again. Well, 1 diamond. Okay, I guess we have to try pushing now. We've already gone for it. There's a second. Yeah, we did it. There's a second diamond. So we're down. We pushed 5 of our soul gems. That kind of sucks, but oh well. If the card is completed successfully, place one of your colored tokens on it. We did it. We did it! So that was 2. Let's try and do maybe the medic. See what the medic is. Part of the hold has been converted into a medical bay. More than a few sailors are in critical condition. A Breton looks at me while trying to stop an Argonian bleeding out. Don't just stand there. You want my help? I need yours first. 3 dice plus alchemy or restoration. Hey, I have restoration. So if we get 4 dice and we need 2 triangles for that to work. Was I supposed to get something from this? The captain accepts my terms and appoints a soldier as my bodyguard. Oh, sick. So I'm going to get a follower from that. 536. This was from completing the Captain of the Guard. 536, so 544. 536. We have gotten East Empire Mercenary. They're going to be joining us in our quest. Hopefully Boethia doesn't ask us to sacrifice them too. That would be unfortunate. So we need 2... We get 4 dice, and we need 2 triangles, and we can push with leaves. I guess it's a good thing we got some leaves. Okay, we'll try and push. Okay, cool. We got it. I won't complain about that. So we have successfully completed this one as well. Where are all my quest markers? I guess we're putting this one here. The Breton is grateful. So is the crew. Gained 4 experience. 6, 4, we're at 10. We need 1 more experience to be able to level up. Where are my... I'm holding them. Just trying to figure out what bag had the experience in it. 6. We need 1 more experience. And I guess the last one, let's try the Quartermaster. We're not going to be doing the Thalmor Emissary, but that's okay. The Quartermaster's room is stacked with reams and reams of documents. Considering the Demetrius sails under the East Empire Trading Company flag, the Quartermaster is probably more important than the captain himself. He greets me as if he has invited me for some high-stakes negotiation. Roll 3 dice. We need 3 circles, and we can push with treasures. So we can discard any treasure in order to push. That's kind of interesting. I guess we're like giving him the treasures, right? It's probably what's happening. So we get 3 dice. We need 3 circles. We can push with treasures. I don't know if we're going to get this one. 2 circles. Do I want to push with stuff? I don't know if I even have anything I want to get rid of. I don't really. So we're just going to take the L on this one. That's fine. That's going to get flipped back over. We aren't going to get anything from that. But that ends our boat adventure here, at least in accordance to this card. Once all tokens have been removed from both fort cards, well, the Thalmor weren't doing anything. I could have rolled for them, I guess, but, well, it's too late now. There's no players. Once all quest tokens have been removed from both fort cards, count the number of tokens. Vampire victory, Dawnguard victory, which it is. We have 2 of the 5. Draw 597. $597. The Dawnguard makes an impression of the crew. Makes an impression on the crew of the Demetrius. They search for any infected crew members and put them to the torch. Damn, we just murdered anyone who got bit. A few days later, the repairs are complete and the Demetrius is about to depart. The Dawnguard have made a powerful ally in the East Empire Company, and they now watch over all Tamriel. Suddenly, a surge of energy pierces the deck of the Demetrius. In disbelief, you see Oviran Salith emerging from the fire and flying away. You're taking too long to do my bidding, pawn. Competition will make you thrive. Enjoy. Boethia's words echo in your mind. Skyrim is at risk once more. Draw S111, S112, S113, and S114. Give 1 card to each Dawnguard player and discard the rest. Chapter 2 is now complete. Place all cards and surplus tokens in a different save game box for each player. So S111 through 112, and we will randomly give one of those to us. Sorry, 111 through 114, not 111 through 112. That wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. So we're just going to take one of these at random. We're going to put our 4 markers back onto Fort Dawnguard here. This was a pretty cool little setup, this whole boat thing. I actually really like how that works out. I think that would be interesting with... I think that would be interesting having opposing players. I think that's a very interesting kind of mechanic there. And we're going to get Seafaring Allies. The East Empire Trading Company has pledged their loyalty to your cause. You can move between Solitude and Windhelm as if they were adjacent spaces. Prices for components are 1 septim cheaper in all strongholds. That's pretty nice that we can move between them as if they were one space. That'll make things a lot easier. And that's going to be our second status card. But that's going to be it. That's going to be it for this chapter 2. So thank you guys very much for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoyed Chapter 2 of the Dawnguard expansion. If you have played the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim the adventure game, let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. If watching this has made you want to try it out for yourself, let me know that down below as well. It's always interesting to see what kind of games people end up checking out based on what we take a look at on the channel here. If you're over on Instagram, you can follow us at the Board Games or For Everybody Instagram page, where we post photos of games that we're playing, as well as games that we pick up outside of the pickup videos on YouTube here. And that's about it. So thank you very much for stopping by. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Hopefully I will see you next time. But until then, just remember the board games are for everybody. And until then, peace.